Hey, it's Tommy Z and welcome back to Tommy Z Travels. After that last video with the 360 thing, I had a couple people ask me how I did that. So I wanted to go over how I actually did that. And of course, it's with a 360 camera. So beside me here is the GoPro 360 Max. As you can see, there are two lenses, both that have a little over the 180 degree span, so that they actually have a little bit of an overlap to them. And that's how you get your full 360 video. I've really wanted this camera ever since it first came out, but I just couldn't quite afford it. So I worked a lot of overtime hours, and I happened to find one on Amazon, I think it was, that was refurbished for a really good price. So I decided with all the overtime I was working to treat myself and finally get the camera that I always wanted. So a little review about this, and of course this is not sponsored in any way, this is my own opinion. My first thoughts on it after I took a couple videos and a couple photos, it was harder than I thought. Keeping everything level, exactly where you want it, moving it around, there's a lot more to it than I expected. However, with a little practice, it became a little easier to use. Now I've used Adobe Premiere to use the reframe option to stitch together the 360 video. I actually found it a little easier to use the mobile app for it. Of course, there's pros and cons to everything. I just found it a little easier, especially if you're doing a quick video, to just use the mobile app to stitch together a couple pieces, move it around where you want it, zoom in, zoom out, and things like that. If I was doing a full-length, large video, I'd probably use Adobe Premiere to do that. But for small videos, I'm just going to use my mobile app. For instance, I went for a little walk the other day because it was really nice finally in upstate New York, so I made this little video here. The video probably took me about 15 to 20 minutes to make overall. While using it, I think the hardest part that I find now is to get the right angles, because even though you get a full 360 video, if I have a building back here that I want to be in, my camera needs to be out here, not over here, because it'll always show this direction 360 from where it's at. So you constantly have to be thinking where that 360 camera actually is in perspective to where you want it to be. And generally for a full 360 video that's out in the open, these two lenses here overlap a little bit and you won't really see anything. But things are up close, I found, as they kind of go like this and blend, it almost creates a little bit of a line down the video, and the closer it is, the more distorted things end up getting. So to make that video, I have this little case here from Ulanzi, again not sponsored by anything. I use that for the GoPro Hero 8 case as well, which is what I'm using right now. I've been very happy with the construction. All aluminum, I believe aluminum. It's got nice holes built into it so you can add attachments, add your mic attachments here once we put the camera in. Nice tight fit. but not to the point where you need to force it in. It still gives you access to your power button, a little speaker here, your start and stop, and there's a battery door here that goes with it. So it allows you to plug in a USB as well. And then top it off, your rear piece to kind of keep it in place so it doesn't flop out as you're using it as well. And with this case, it came with a nice little threaded hook here that attaches on the side where those little screw holes were. And with any action cam, you always want a secondary attachment point, which is what this is for, to keep it from falling off and getting lost anywhere. And for that video, I used the GoPro backpack. And on the side, I attached the GoPro selfie stick. Up around the zipper, I use a little Velcro zip tie. That way it helps kind of hold it in place from flopping around. And keeps it just like that. And one thing I'd like to talk about with this, while I've got it here, is how do you keep a GoPro anti-theft? I looked everywhere, and it seems like there's not really a great system for anti-theft. There's a lot of things for keeping it stable from your secondary attachment points, from keeping it getting lost. But if you're walking through the city, let's say, any city, with this backpack on, what's to keep someone from popping up and snapping this out of place and stealing your GoPro? One way I got around this issue is by attaching this through the zippers to help keep this in place. But on the bottom of this stick is a 1/4-20 hole, threaded hole, and I found on Amazon some stainless steel cables, so I'm able to attach, put it around the just a regular 1/4-20. This is one of those camera mounts that most people use with their Rode or Movi mics, and just setting it up here, threading that in. So in order for someone to unthread this initially, they would have to pull it all the way out of your backpack and unthread it. I've got this attached to one of the zippers down here that's way down inside this pocket down here. So that keeps that nice and secure. And to keep it from someone taking it off of your selfie stick here, I found that this is why, one of the reasons I like the Ulanzi case, I was able to attach the stainless steel cable right underneath here, keeping that nice, and unless somebody has an Allen key on them and is able to unattach that while you somehow don't feel that at all, there's no way for them to get it. So we can attach it here, pop the rubber grommet to help keep people from popping that, of course, and then down here you'd be able to attach this right down on that zipper as well. So, or a different zipper if you'd like to keep them completely separated. But that would keep anybody from taking the selfie stick from down under, that prevent anyone from grabbing this and popping it off and just running with it, because they would be attached to that in your zipper and they would stop them. And you could use the Ulanzi one as well that came with it as a third point of contact, and maybe attached to these back zippers or something, or whatever backpack you have. That would keep it quite safe, in my opinion. Of course, no guarantees, but I think that would keep it safe enough from being stolen. The other thing that I'm going to be doing at some point, before I test that theory out, is the only other point that I see that might have weakness is somebody could, in theory, take that and somehow, that's tight, so it's going to be hard for you not to feel that. However, what I would suggest there, which is what I'm going to do, is to drill a small hole, threaded hole in here, and put like a set screw. But for the video you saw a few minutes ago, this is the exact setup I used here. Just like that. So I hope you found this video useful. In the month of April, I'm going to be very busy. I have some plans with some family stuff going on. So I'm going to be taking a slight hiatus. However, I will be trying to upload some mini clips like I've been doing, giving you some more small clips and things I'll be out and about doing as well. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button below. In the description below, please check out my Facebook, Instagram, and website for some small mini clips and things I might not be doing on my YouTube channel as well. And as always, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.